Okay, this week's title, From Nuts to Normal, or what the market watch is for the end of April and the start of May 2022. Let's go. Unfortunately, I think we are headed, maybe not unfortunately, but it had to happen, that we're heading more towards a normal market much quicker than what I would have thought 6 or 8 months ago. So with that in mind, I think we need to educate buyers, sellers and agents as to what a normal market looks like, because I would say the majority of real estate agents currently in the business and doing well have never seen one of these markets before, and they're going to get caught off guard, which will mean as a seller you may pay the price for that. As a buyer you may also pay the price, and the agents will definitely pay the price. So let's look into this a little bit. So first off, for the buyers, number one, as a buyer, you're going to have a lot more choice in a smaller price bracket. In the last normal market I was in a $50,000 price spread, there were approximately 40 properties for sale. Now, we haven't seen that for a long time, but that's what's going to start to come back for buyers. Number two, as a buyer, you have time on your side. You don't have to race out and see the property today if it comes on the market today. You don't have to worry about seeing it tomorrow. You can literally wait till the weekend to see it. So time is on the buyer's side in a normal market. Number three, something unfamiliar to you, you can negotiate. And I'm not talking about negotiating up in the price, but negotiating down in the price. So you'll gain that ability to look at a listing price of the property and making an offer here, and then maybe negotiating up to here. That's coming. And number four, and this one's an interesting one, as a buyer, agents will start to call you back. So right now, and in fact for the last probably year and a half, if not 2 years, agents have been getting very, I suppose cocky is the word, and not bothering to put much value on buyers because there are lots of them. Well, now there's not as many buyers as we move into a normal market. So you'll find as a buyer, if you leave an agent a message, that agent will probably now call you back. Now for the sellers. Number one, you will have competition. No longer will you be the only house on the market and get all the buyers. Now you'll have to share those buyers between all the properties that are actually on the market that are comparable to yours at the same time. Number two, you will be eliminated based on your price. So once the market starts going towards normal, buyers won't just look at your property because it's for sale. Buyers will start at the bottom. They'll start at the lowest price and they'll move up. And if they find a house here, they don't keep looking up to here. So your house will be eliminated based on price. Number three, as a seller, you'll have to negotiate. No longer will it be, here's the listing price and I'll take any offer that comes in up here. Now, here's the listing price and you'll have to negotiate, maybe to here, maybe to here, maybe to here, depending upon if your agent has priced it correctly. And you will also have to negotiate at the building and pest inspection. So when that inspection's done, if there are things that need attention, you may have to renegotiate your price at that point. Number five, and this one's probably the most critical one, you need to be very careful about the agent you select. Most agents that have been in the business since this whole COVID wave started have never seen a normal market, and I hesitate to even say a bad market. So they won't know what to do. They won't understand how to price the property correctly and how to deal with buyers that may want to make a lower offer. So choosing the right agent as a seller in this market that we will be moving into will become critical to the success of getting your house sold for the most amount of money. And now for the poor real estate agent, which I know everyone feels for. Number one, all the agents that got into the business in the last couple of years will now get out of the business, and what they will leave behind for us agents is their bad reputation, their bad business practice. So we have to deal with that now moving forward into a normal or possibly bad real estate market. Number two, as an agent, you will have to actually chase buyers. Like I mentioned earlier, now when a buyer calls or leaves a message, you will have to call them back. You will have to pursue buyers because a buyer will become a hot commodity because there is a limited number of buyers and more property will be for sale. So it's important to make sure that you as an agent can connect to those buyers and get them to see your properties. Number three, as an agent in this market, you have to be brutally honest with your sellers on the price of the property. You can't tell them a price that, oh, I hope we can get this, or let's try this and see what we can do. That will not work in this market. The agent has to be brutally honest, and unfortunately, that's going to mean I don't get a certain amount of business. I just did a listing appointment recently, and I mean in the last 3 weeks. I gave the seller a price of 1.2 million, which was even pushing it a little bit optimistic. They listed with an agent that told them 1.85. So from 1.2 to 1.85, and it's still sitting on the market now 6 weeks later. So that becomes a problem when an agent tells a seller the truth. They don't want to hear it. They want to list with the agent that will tell them a convincing lie. Bad strategy. Number 4, as an agent, you'll have to know how and when to do a price reduction. And this will become more important as time goes on because you haven't had to do that in the past. So that's pretty much it. So again, this is the market watch. So what I'm really saying is the market's going to slow down, go to normal, and hopefully stay normal for a while and not slide into a bad market, although that may happen. So as a consumer being the seller in these type of markets, it's probably really critical that you pick the right agent to get your property sold. So that's all the market watch is this week. It's what's literally coming around the corner. So if you want to buy a house, give me a call. We'll help you. If you want to sell a house, give me a call because it's critical about the agent that you choose in this market. And if you're a landlord, would obviously love to talk to you about leasing your property also. That's it for this week.